And it's recording. All right, good deal. I think we're good to go. I'm going to center in the chair again today. I kind of like doing that every once in a while. So wherever you are, lying down on the mat if you like, or seated on the mat, or seated in your favorite chair, wherever you are, just kind of close the eyes or come to a soft focus. And just for a few minutes or a very short period of time, we'll kind of push all of the other concerns and worries away and just breathe and notice. Releasing from the top of the head down to the toes and the fingers. Letting the breath just flow. Noticing how you feel this morning. And as you're breathing, let the face relax a little bit more. Let the shoulders release. Adjust if you need to. Gentle movements with the head, if that feels good this morning. And move to three-part breath. Taking the inhale from the belly to the middle chest to the upper chest. Noticing what that feels like. And as you exhale, that audible ocean breath. And we'll finish with together taking two deep breaths in and exhaling through the mouth. So inhale deeply. Open the mouth and let it go. And one more deep breath. And exhale slowly. Gently open the eyes and move a little bit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, good morning. Coming back to the mat. And we'll start on our backs today. So, everyone come down to the mat, or if you're lying on the mat, just stay there. And gently come down onto your backs. Oh, good, all right. So let's take just a couple of breaths here, lying on our backs. And you can turn the palms up if that's comfortable for your arms, or you can rest your hands on your belly, wherever you want to, whatever you want to do. And just take a couple of breaths here. Deep breaths. Good. Bring the feet all the way into the hips and bring the hands down by your sides, palms down. And we'll just do a couple of hip rocks here. So as you exhale, let the low back move down toward or into the mat. And as you inhale, gently rock the hips, bringing the belly up slightly, exhaling, low back into the mat. Inhaling, yeah, rock the hips. And if you feel some grumbling going on the low spine, that's okay. That's a good thing. And inhaling, belly lifts. Exhaling and inhaling. Long, deep breaths. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And back to that neutral spine. You can leave the left foot on the floor here, or you can extend the left leg, but bring the right knee into the chest. Good. Draw it in until you find that point, that sensation that is, that sweet discomfort, they call it, I guess. Whoever they are. And circle the toes. And then go the other way. And point the toes and flex that foot, and point the toes and flex the foot. And point the toes and flex the foot. And now point the foot and flex the toes. Oh, good. And with the right hand, take that right knee out to the right. Hip bones stay on the mat. And this is a hip opener here, first one of the day. Be gentle. Remember sensation, not pain. Again, sweet discomfort. One more deep breath. And the knee comes back to the ceiling. Bring the right foot down, and the right foot stays on the floor, or extend the right leg and bring the left knee into the chest. Good. Gently draw it in with the hands. Circle the toes. Go the other way. And point the toes and flex the foot. And point and flex. And point the toes and flex the foot. And now point the foot, flex the toes. And now with the left hand, just let that knee, or help that knee move out to the left. Sometimes extending the right arm kind of helps you stay rooted on the mat with the hip bones. Try and relax the face, try and relax the neck, and breathe. And bring the knee back up to the ceiling, and that left foot comes down to the mat. Bring the right foot in, come into that reclining cobbler pose with the soles of the feet together. Turn the palms up and just release. Bring the knees back up to the ceiling and bring the knees into the chest, both knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side. And take both feet straight up to the ceiling. Strong through the heels here, down, hands or palms down by your side for a little stability. And now let the legs open wide, point the toes away. And now bring the legs back together, still pressing up through the heels. And open the legs wide and point the toes out. And bring the legs together. Exhaling. Inhaling the legs wide, toes pointing away. Exhaling the feet together. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms, still strong through the legs. One more breath. Good. Bring the legs down. Come back to that cobra pose. Just release and breathe. Extend the legs long. Bring the arms behind you. And we're going to stretch the right side. So as you inhale, reach out through the right heel and reach back through the right fingers. Fingers are spread. You're reaching. Big, long, deep inhale in. And exhale and release on the right side. Take a breath. And now as you inhale, stretch the left side, left heel, left fingers reaching. And exhale and release. Bring the arms down to cactus arms. Good. And just breathe here. On your next exhale, bring the forearms together over your face. And as you inhale, let the arms come back into cactus arms. Exhaling, bring the arms together. Inhaling, take the arms wide. Cactus arms. Exhaling the arms together. And inhaling wide into cactus arms. Again, deep breath here. And release. Good. Bring the right knee into the chest. And take the right knee to the ceiling. Or the right foot to the ceiling, sorry. Flex the foot, point those toes back down toward the face. Breathe strong through that leg. And again, the right leg can be on, or the left foot can be on the floor, flat on the floor. And now lift the head and the shoulders up off the mat and lift the left leg up off the mat and reach forward past that right knee. And breathe. Good, and release the foot down and the head and the shoulders down. Flex the right foot and slowly lower the right leg down. And point the toes and lift it back up. And flex the right leg and lower. And lift it back up. And flex that foot and lower. 3, 2, 1, and down. Again, toes out, palms up, and breathe. Good. Bring the left knee into the chest. And take the left foot straight up. Again, strong through the left leg. Gently drawing that left leg back toward the back of the mat. And now lift the head and the shoulders, lift the right leg off the floor, reach past that lifted left knee. Ah, yes, and breathe. And gently lower the leg, lower the head and the shoulders. Still strong through the leg. And now slowly lower the left leg down. And point the toes and lift it back up. Flex that foot and lower. And point the toes and lift it back up. And lower last time. 3, 2, 1, and down. Ah, good. So take a deep breath here and release. Good. Bring the arms behind. We're going to do banana to the right. So walk the feet over to the right and cross the left ankle over the right. And take a hold of the left arm, left wrist with the right hand. Shoulder blades on the mat, hip bones stay on the mat. And then gently draw that left wrist to the right. Feeling all that nice opening down the arm, the shoulder, the left ribs, down through the hip. Good. Release the wrist, bring the feet back to center and over to the left. Cross the right ankle over the left. And now grasp the right wrist with the left hand and banana to the left. And now coming back to center, bring his feet back to center. Good. And again, turn the palms up, toes out. So bring the knees in toward the chest, bring the hands behind the knees, and we'll do this gentle up and back rocking. So just gently come up, the feet touch, come back to down to the shoulder blades, coming back up, and rocking back, coming up. Last time, rocking back, coming up to balance. Good. Knees bent here. Nothing major. Good, all right. And then come to cactus arms. We'll do a couple of these. Straighten the right leg and bring the right elbow to the left knee and then switch. Just going back and forth, straightening one leg, bringing the opposite elbow, or the elbow to the opposite knee. And quit whenever you want. Good. And coming back to the bent knee balance. And bring the feet down. And come into cobbler pose. Soles of the feet together. Let the shoulders release as you gently move the heart, the chest toward the front of the mat. One more breath. Good. Bring the knees back up to the ceiling and bring the feet around to the back, coming into table. And just noticing what the hips feel like right now. Good. Let the heart soften between the arms. Fingers are spread wide, gripping the mat with the fingertips and feeling the palms of the hands on the mat. A couple of moving cat-cows. Inhaling, take the gaze toward the front. Exhaling, round and move the hips back toward the heels. Bring the elbows down, come forward and up. Exhaling, round, moving back. Elbows down, coming up. Exhaling, round. And coming up, one more. Exhale. And inhale. Good, all right. Looking straight down between the hands. Take the hips out to the right, moving the weight onto the right knee. Pressing the ribs out. And now coming back to center, take the hips left. Good, come to center, take the hips to the right. And hips left. And coming back to center. We'll do some circles here. So take the body out to the right. You can open the knees a little wider, bring the hips back toward the heels, let the head drop. And now take the body to the left and come forward. Find a little stretch in the wrists as you exhale the body to the right and back. To the left and forward, inhaling. Gaze lifts, exhaling to the right and back. When you get to the back, go the other way, taking the body to the right and up. Shoulder blades come onto the back and to the left and back. Head drops. Right and up. Head lifts. Stretch the wrists, exhaling left and back. Last time, inhaling to the right. And exhaling to the left. Keep the hips back toward the heels. Let the elbows come down between the knees and the wrists. And let the head drop down toward the mat. Lift the head and walk the hands all the way up there, as far up the mat as they'll go, with the hips back toward the heels. And again, release the head down toward the mat. Outer rotate the arms, the points of the elbows pointed down toward the mat. And lifting the head a little bit, walk the hands to the right. Bring the left hand onto the right. Draw the left hip back. Head toward the right knee. And bring the hands to center and off to the left, right hand on left. Head releases toward the left knee. And inhaling, bring the hands back to the front, still reaching toward the front of the mat. Head releases. And on this one, if the head doesn't get to the mat, you can rest it forehead on the block. But okay, lifting the head, come up and forward, come into that knee plank. You can bring the knees in a little bit. Bring the shoulder blades onto the back. Keep the neck long here so the gaze is straight down toward the floor. Breathe. Elbows in tight to the body, or upper arms in tight to the body. Exhaling, take the hips back. Again, release. Inhaling, coming forward, knee plank. Again, get long from the top of the head to the knees. Exhaling, hips move back. Inhaling, coming forward. Bring those shoulder blades onto the back. Squeeze the upper arms into the body. And exhaling back. Bring the arms in, cross the arms, and rest your head on the arms. And bringing those hands up toward the top of the mat. Inhale and come up into that knee plank. Now let the hips drop down toward the mat and lift the gaze straight ahead or even up toward the ceiling. Upward dog. Good. Come to knee plank and now slowly lower down. The chest touches first. Okay. So here we are. Chin is on the mat. Light pressure in the hands as you lift the head and the upper chest off the mat into cobra. Feel the big toes touching, toenails on the mat. Kneecaps are lifted off the mat. Breathe. One more deep breath. Good. releasing, bring the chin down to the mat. Take a breath. And now bring the elbows under the shoulders, come into Sphinx. Again, feel the toenails on the mat. Lifting the gaze straight ahead. And if you want a little bit more, you can draw the forearms back toward the body to move the heart forward. Good. Bring the left arm across under the face. Come onto the left hip. Moving into Vishnu's couch, but we're going to do a quad stretch first. So bend the right knee, reach back to the right foot, and then line the knees up, the right knee over the left, as you gently draw the heel toward the hip. Strong through the left arm, through the left shoulder. And now if you want, you can move to half bow. Just gently kick the foot away, opening the right shoulder, and the heart kind of turns up toward the ceiling as you draw the right knee back. Kicking the foot away, right knee is back. Good. Release the foot and bring the hand to the inside of the knee, to the big toe, with the fingers, and lift the right foot to the ceiling. Now we're in Vishnu's couch. One more breath. Now release the right hand down to the mat. Strong through the right heel. Slowly lower the right leg down. Point the toes and lift it back up. Pointing the toes toward the top of the mat, the front of the mat. Exhaling lower. Inhale, lift. And strong through the leg lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Get long here, strong through the left shoulder. Inhale. And exhaling, come back over into Sphinx. Ah, yes. Take that breath in Sphinx as the gaze lifts. And bring the right arm across under the face, come onto the right hip. Bend the top knee, the left knee, reach back to the left foot. Find that gentle quad stretch, feels good, I think. Keeping those long muscles stretched out. So you can move like your granddaughter. And then kick the foot away, opening the left shoulder. Heart lifts a little bit up toward the ceiling, into that half bow. And then releasing the foot, fingers to the toes, to the big toe, lifting the left leg, Vishnu's couch. And you're breathing. One more breath. Good. Release. Bring the left hand down, staying strong through the right shoulder. Flex the left foot. Slowly lower the left leg down. And point the toes and lift it back up. And flex and lower. Lift it back up. And flex that foot strong through the leg. Lower. 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Get long here. And as you exhale, come back over into Sphinx. If you'd like, you can spend a breath or two in knee plank, forearm knee plank, or forearm plank. Pressing back through the heels, toes curled under, and just 2 breaths. Long neck, gazing straight down. 1 more breath. And as you exhale, bring the knees down and the hips down. Open the elbows, bring the right side of the face to the mat. And the left side of the face. And bring the hands under the shoulders. Come up into table. And bring the right foot to the top of the mat. So we're going to be in our low lunge here, right? Make sure that foot's up there, ahead of the knee. I like to put my right heel just a little bit ahead of my right knee. So I'm in a low lunge, and then I let the hips settle and take the gaze straight ahead. Curl the toes, come to high lunge. Good, and with the right hand on the floor or block, open to the left, curl or bring the left heel in and down and now open to the left. Good, and bring the left hand down and come up onto those left toes. Let the hips settle in high lunge. Shoulder blades onto the back. And now bring the back knee down, low lunge, lifting the gaze. And bring the right knee back beside the left, back into table. Yeah, good. Wag your tail, move. Good. Now bring the left foot to the top of the mat, stepping it up there. And you're on spider fingers here. The fingers are kind of back in line with that left heel, but the hands are under the shoulders. And now hips settle, lifting the gaze. Curl the toes. Pressing back into high lunge. Strong through the back leg. Now the neck is long, so you're looking down at the floor. And with the left hand on the block or on the floor, open to the right. That back knee can be down if you choose. Now I tell you. One more breath. Exhaling the right hand down, coming back to that strong high lunge as the hips settle, shoulder blades onto the back, long neck. And bring the back knee down to the low lunge, lifting the gaze on spider fingers. And bring the left knee back beside the right in the table. Ah, yes. Now a couple of gentle movements in table. And curl the toes, come into downward dog. Ah, yes. And one heel toward the mat, then the other. Then walk the feet toward the hands. Inhale and come to half lift. Get long through the spine, press the belly down. Good, all right. Lifting the hips. So the hips lift, belly lowers toward the mat, toward the toes. Exhale down, forward fold, bend those knees. Let the head go. And with bent knees, round up slowly. And bring the shoulders back. Take the arms wide, spread the fingers, hands and arms lift, gaze lifts. Reaching. Exhale into mountain pose. Ah, yes. So inhale and bring the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms up toward the ceiling. And turn the gaze straight ahead. Pressing up. Now as you exhale, let the hips move to the left. Take the hands to the right. Gaze up to the left. Coming back to center, take the hands to the left. Gazing up to the right. And coming back to center, draw the arms back by the ears, as far back as they'll go. Gaze is still straight ahead. And release, exhaling the hands and arms down. Good, now just move the shoulders, move the head. You can do shoulder rolls, whatever feels right. In our spinal flow from mountain pose, inhale the hands up. And exhale the right arm down, arcing right. Inhaling, right arm up. Exhaling the left arm down, arcing left. And inhale up. Exhale, bring the arms wide, turn the palms up, twist to your right. Gazing back toward that right arm. Inhaling up. And exhale, extended twist to the left. And inhale up. Exhale the hands through the heart. Long spine, hinge, knees bent, down to forward fold. Lift the hips, release the head. Bend the knees, hands out in front. Long spine, press into the mat coming up. Inhaling, exhale, hands move back on the ceiling. Inhaling up, gaze straight ahead, arms draw back, exhale, and the hands come down. Good, yoga flop. Let's do head to knee, step back a little bit there with the right foot. Toes point out a little bit. Hips square to the top of the mat, bring the arms behind, interlace the fingers, grab the elbows, reverse prayer, either whatever works for you. And now get long through the spine, exhale and fold over that front leg. A little bend in the knee, remember. Let the head release down toward the toes, lifting the hands up to the ceiling. Good. Unlace the fingers, bend the front knee, bring the fingertips down to the mat ahead of the foot, and now lift the right foot, hip height. Good. Strong standing leg. You can lift the arms into airplane if you choose. And now bring the right foot down. Come to half lift. And exhale and fold. This time, lengthen through the spine, bend the knees, take the arms wide, and press with the feet coming up. And exhale, mountain pose. Yes. Just step back now with the left foot, or you can take a breath for a minute here. Bring the arms behind, interlace the fingers if you're clasping the hands. Get long and tall, exhale, fold, head to knee. Squeezing those upper arms into the side of the body. Good. Bend the front knee, release the hands, fingertips down to the mat. And now lift the left leg, hip height. Good. And take the hands off the floor if you choose, airplane. And fingertips come back down. The left knee comes down, or left foot down beside the right foot. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. And now coming up, arms wide, pressing with the feet. And exhale, mountain pose. Good, all right. The standing poses do get your heart beating. It's a good thing. For mountain pose, inhale the hands up. We're moving down, finish up. Exhale into forward fold. Come to half lift. And exhale, both feet back. Bring the knees down if you choose. And exhale and lower to the floor. Release the toes, cobra one last time. Inhaling and exhaling. And release the knees down to the mat, coming up into table. Good. And bring the feet around to the front. Into our seated straight leg posture here. Good, all right. We'll do one seated forward fold with a little bend in the knees. Get tall, flex the feet, and exhale. Take the belly onto the thighs, moving the chest, the heart toward the toes. So you're staying long here. Gaze is toward the toes. And you've got your hands somewhere. You can grasp just above the ankles, or you can reach down to the toes, wherever you want to be. And now exhale and release. Let the head move down toward the knees. Bring the hands where you want them to be. And heels in or out, depending on how much sensation feels okay today. Every day is different. And inhaling, gently round up, bend the knees, and come down, back down onto your back. Good, all right. Take a breath, palms up, toes out. Bring the feet all the way into the hips. And we'll do a couple of gentle bridges here. Hands down by your side, palms down, feet hip width, knees straight up to the ceiling. As you inhale, press, the hips lift. Good, finding sensation. Exhale and lower. Release, inhaling, lift. Exhale, lower and release. Inhale, we'll do two more. Inhale and lift. And exhale, lower and release the belly and the hips, relax. Last one. Inhale and lift. And exhale, lower and release. Good, bring the left ankle onto the right knee. And with that left hand, just gently, gently, gently press that left knee away. And now reach through for figure four, interlace the fingers. Flex that left foot. And if the knee and the foot move a little to the right, you might get a little bit more sensation. Good. Bring the right foot down. Release the ankle. Come to cobbler if you choose, and breathe. And bring the knees back to the ceiling. Bring the right ankle onto the left knee. And with the right hand, gently press that knee away. Reaching through for figure four. Good. And now bring the left foot down, release the ankle. Back to cobbler for a breath or two. And bring the knees up to the ceiling. And the feet can be mat width or hip width, whichever you prefer today. Arms wide. And now let the knees fall to the right. Turn your gaze left. And the knees to the ceiling and knees left gazing right. Knees to the ceiling, bring both knees into the chest and gently rock. And now extend both legs, arms behind. I always like to end with a big old full body stretch. So as you inhale, press through both heels, reach back through those fingers. And exhale into your resting pose, into Savasana. Just let it all go. Bringing the shoulder blades under. Just kind of roll those shoulder blades under. Find any tightness. Breathe. Release. Surrender. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bend the knees, elbows. Oh, good. And come to one side, pressing up. And I'll just mention to you that the physiology of yoga is pretty amazing because it really lessens the hormones and the enzymes and things in the brain and in the body that cause inflammation. And actually, there's some evidence to show that it does actually lessen aging. Literally, not only aging in the body, but aging in the mind. So I don't know. I find that very interesting. I need to look into that a little bit more. The VA has done some studies that kind of show that. So thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. And all of you have a wonderful weekend.